Of abundance. My name is Priestess Gorgêous. I'll be your oracle today, and I'm bringing you the soul purpose briefing for the week of February 10th through 16th, 2018. Again, my name is Priestess Gorgêous, and it's an honor and a pleasure to serve as your oracle today. So this cycle is about work or movement, progress, okay, in the physical. And I see it is because there's a call to arms on some way, shape, form, or another, and it would involve work, usually something that you love, or mastery, or finding mastery in something, or just learning the kind of the rules of the game to build some type of foundation. And actively what we're dealing with is, again, creation, nurturing something into the physical according to collaboration and receptivity. And I also feel it might be on a relationship level where we're learning how to be independent in relationships. And relationships are not always lover or romantic. Because I'm also sensing here, a lot of energy coming through. I'm also sensing here that there's a cycle that will help us break out of something, and something's trying to reveal itself. A cycle is now ending, and we're even beginning to get divine messages or aha moments or wake-up calls even. So we're looking for stability here because we need some type of system or structure for our lives, for ourselves, so that we can build proper relationships, proper boundaries, proper relationships through having proper boundaries. And that's what this completion is. There's an ending and a beginning, a transformation, if you would. We have the world card supported by the death card. So that's a transformation. It's not an ending, it's not a beginning. It's both. Ultimately transformation. Because what's trying to come out is an awakening or an aha moment. Really a call to action from the psyche, from the intuition, from the eternal self that's been walking through lifetime after lifetime trying to learn this lesson here. So the lesson is about building proper structures and foundations in the physical according to proper collaboration. Both the sharing the needs, the mutually beneficial needs exchange, and the cutting people off, cutting things out because they no longer are in alignment with us, and that requires proper boundaries. Reviewing motives. Walking away sometimes because maybe the skilled work or the input, the investment wasn't paying off. And so that requires us to learn what we can from the situation, pick it up and keep it moving. So the sacrifice to make here is allowing an end to the situation. So there is some type of spiritual transformation, some type of change here. The completion of a cycle. And it's not always going to be a job well done, but it is a job well done if you could walk out of the old into the new, even if it doesn't feel good. So, some of us are going to be learning that we're always going to be in chaos mode or survival mode or crisis mode if we don't learn to walk out of fear as we're walking out of situations that aren't in alignment with us. Okay, so proper systems and structures and foundations in our life require autonomy, franchise, and control over oneself, one's actions, one's resources, both physical, energetic, and emotional. Okay, meaning financial, investing your time, energy, and profits in projects for the purpose of profit. Now, it's not always projects, and it's not always profits, and it's not always money, but that's the concept and idea of the emperor. The ability to have the proper discernment to invest your time, energy, and money in projects for the purpose of profit. So a project may be a partnership, and partnerships sometimes can involve other people, relationship, romantic, business partners, friends, okay, roommates. Those are all partnerships, okay? Also, it's talking about autonomy, franchise, and control over oneself, the ability to pick it up and keep it moving when things aren't working, the ability to say no and to maintain control even if other people have authority. So that's control over the self. So autonomy, franchise, and control means you have the means, methodologies, and mechanisms to build proper foundations and structures and systems in one's life so that they can get their needs met. Empress. Okay. So nurturing oneself and others, giving birth to dreams, and that's opposed here by the High Priestess. So that means that we're coming out into the physical from the spiritual. And that's going to require that we break free of certain things in case we're holding on to fears, okay? It's also going to require that we set boundaries up and let things leave our lives when they need to, okay? So this is the Soul Purpose briefing here. I'm just going to recap. My findings are that we're going to need to leverage our boundaries and face some realities about an opposition of needs in the environment as we put our heart and soul or do the work to move into mastery, to move into harmony, to move into independence, to move into self-sufficiency, to move into being secure in oneself, so that whatever is alive inside, whatever we're meditating on, sitting in the spiritual, can come into the physical. That's what I'm finding, that this is a cycle this next week in terms of our soul purpose of building proper foundations in the physical, but it's going to require boundary setting. And my recommendation to do that would be to meditate upon your own power here in this world and what you've held on to up until this time. Have you been too cautious, too pessimistic, overly optimistic? You know, are you holding on to money? Are you holding on to fear? Are you holding on to people? A good way out of this is to focus on what is below you or beneath you. I'm going to say it this way: what doesn't meet your expectations. So have a level of standards, know what you stand for so you don't fall for anything. And it's always good to remove pickiness, to remove expectations. But when you begin to have those processes, facilitate those conversations, those dialogues internally, you'll notice that what you want and what to do next clearly and quickly makes itself known. Understand that you're sitting in the energy, we are sitting in the energy of moving firmly forward, you know. Passion, adventure, self-assurance, restlessness, loyalty, dedicated honor, and kindness. That's what we're accepting of other people, because we are feeling passionate, adventurous, and restless a little bit. We heard that wake-up call from our spirit, from our soul, and we want to go out into the world and manifest. And if anything's standing in opposition to that, it ain't gonna be pleasant for the other party, person, place, or thing. Okay, so I'm going to extend this reading over in the temple private chambers. What you're going to want to do to access that is just click in the show notes below, or you can go to vertexofabundance.org. When you highlight or hover over Oracle, you'll see something in the drop down that says Soul Purpose Saturday. So that's our weekly inspirational sermon. I'll be reading the sermon over there. But in the center here, we have Emperor. So that's optimization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So, you know, that's related to the skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic, even sometimes going back to school, going back to the drawing board, going back to people who are doing what you want to be doing, and you can ask them for advice. It's also related in our subconscious mind to releasing things that are holding us back. Oftentimes they're fears, and oftentimes it's having an awareness of what had to happen behind the scenes or previously to get to the level where we are now. And that's typically going to be having autonomy, franchise, and control over ourselves. The sun also shows up here in the 4 of Earth, so that's good decisions, oftentimes grounded decisions that are based in a little bit of self-interest or a little bit of self-autonomy. So not giving our power away, that would be the situation here. And I'm going to continue this reading in the private temple chambers for the extended version of the Soul Purpose Saturday. Peace be with you. Take good care of yourself. With an honor and a delight to serve you today. Again, my name is Priestess Gorgêous, bringing you the Soul Purpose Saturday for Vertex of Abundance Temple and Monastery for the dates of the 10th of February all the way through the 16th of February 2018. See you soon. Bye-bye.